Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How are you doing? It's Harry the Spastic here from his bedroom. Still laid up. I've been in office this morning and done a few videos for you. They'll be out tomorrow. One with a British Boxing Board of Control registered trainer. That's going to put cat amongst pigeons tomorrow. Weapon of the week we're done as well. And I did another one with Kent, the hardcore's hardcore, you know, with big long neck from Ireland. So good man, Kent. He's my wingman at the moment. Now that I've loaned Rico over to Ultratech. Rico's on loan. Anyway, big shout out to all them people, the joint members area. There's 3 members area videos on there for this month. A can a day keeps the doctor away. Thanks to all them people for liking and subscribing, watching the videos longer and leaving a comment. Okay, and sharing amongst your pals. And subscribing, thank you. Today I'm joined by Mad Max with the Volvo out of a breadcrumb. How are you doing, Max? Max, can I just say, every time you come to my home or my office or on Zoom, you have always got a fucking black eye. What's going on, Max? Who's bullying you?
Who's bullying me? It's called sparring. Learn your trade, lad.
What, you sparring? Fucking do me a favour. You can't even spell it.
Fucking hell. Look, I can't win with you. I could like fight bloody AJ and beat him. You'd be like, oh, you're still shit. You're still shit, Max.
I'm going to ask you a couple of questions now. You just have to answer that straight. You don't have to go into one of your fucking long, boring fucking paragraphs, right? Just that. Yeah. Did we play snooker the other day? Yes or no?
Oh, fuck, I know where this is going. Yes.
Right. How many frames did we play?
3.
How many did you win?
None.
Did I give you a 21 start in each frame?
Whoa.
Did I give you a 21 start in each frame? Right. So you lost it, yeah? Right. You paid the tab. We played on the 1991 Jimmy White table, didn't you? They beat Endrion, didn't we? Mercantile Credit.
Yeah.
Best table in club on it, Max. Right. You got beat, but you were giving it all that fucking roadman, weren't you, before?
Hang on, can we just break this down?
We shared my cue.
Can we break this down a little bit? Because, right, what was the first game? You break it down.
You're 21 in front and you're making games scrappy in it. We were like being in fucking quicksand playing you. Every time we're trying to get going, you're fucking bogging me down. I felt like
absolutely
quicksand, Max. But at the end of the day, you're going to get a W. Right, moving on from the adventures of
was it a black ball game on that first game? And the second?
Well, yeah. It was like being in quicksand playing you, mate. Fucking hellfire. Right, no, it wasn't a black ball game. You were close, but we were down to pink and black on it in 2 and Max.
Yeah.
Once I wore you out into the 3rd frame, you know, the old turning the old arm over.
Yeah.
Max, you're competitive, but it's like I tell my kids, don't ever come home from school and tell me you've had a 2nd prize. All right, don't even tell me. I don't want to hear all that about it's the taking part. That's all knackers. That's bureaucrat shite. Like that, dogs. They don't lose. Right, there's some boxing happened at weekend. What did you think to the boxing at the weekend?
Yard and Lyndon Arthur. I was a bit surprised at that fight. I was the same as you on that one. I thought Arthur was going to do him. I thought he was going to ride the storm earlier on, and that would be it. But Yard, I tell you what, I'll give his due. I thought it was more calculated, Yard, and it was actually impressive. You know, give him his due. And it was, and coming off the loss and going into that because it's been obviously cancelled, redone again, and all this talk about him, it must play a mental aspect on you. And he's come into it, and he was with Yard, it was a professional performance by him. I'll give him that.
Anthony Yard showed that he was world class, didn't he? I think.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
So we have to give who is it? Don't mention his name. Guy who's his manager. We have to give him credit. We have to give James Cook credit for taking him out of what looked like he were in a rut, and he fought a different fight. He went after them because he's got the power, so he should be going after him like Joshua. The man trying to box with a fucking boxer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't hook with a hooker if you're fighting, do you?
No, you don't.
People don't try and hook with Dylan White, do they? They try and take it straight down the pipe. They won't hook with him. So I just think that Yard looked world class, and I think if Callum Johnson beats Joe Smith Jr., that's a pay-per-view fight in my eyes. In my eyes, with what we've been saying the last few years, Callum Johnson and
you reckon
Anthony Yard, pay-per-view, BT Sport, yeah. But whether Joe wants to do that, I don't know. Whether they want to, I don't know. He might want to milk it. Do you know what I mean?
Who would win that?
I don't know, but Callum Johnson's at that age where he might want to have 2 or 3 defences, and why not? Why not get some money in bank? Everybody else.
Who wins that?
Well, if it's Yard against him, I'd like to see. That's the fight that you'd say, yeah, sign 2 fights up for it, a rematch one as well, and perfect pay-per-view. I could get behind that. I'd hammer that on my channel. That I would. I think Callum Johnson would have his number, but on that performance, if you put that next to Callum's performance in his last one, wouldn't you? That were a right tear up, wasn't it?
You know what? I like the thought of that, Callum Johnson, but who? I mean, where the thing is where would it be? You know, would it be Manchester? Would it be London?
Does it matter? Just let him get at it.
Yeah, true.
That's it. But I'm glad that they've got their beef sorted. I didn't like to see all that hugging and all that. There was too much hugging going on after it for my liking. What happened to intense fucking beef? It ended up a fucking beef spreading and did it on a sandwich. Do you know what I mean? So there were no beef there. All just to start fighting all that. I don't want to hear all that. You know what I mean? I want to hear that you won a trilogy because you won first and lost second. That's what I want to hear now. That they won a trilogy. I don't want to see all that group hugging. Dylan White doing that, did you? With Femi and all that.
To be fair with Yard, the thing is that trainer of Yard overshadows him a bit, which is a bit annoying. You know, and you don't see a proper say. It's almost like he's taking the limelight off Yard, which is a little bit annoying. But
yeah, fuck that anyway. Right. What else were on that card?
I can't remember now. What do you think of the news today?
Well, about Isaac Lowe.
Yeah.
Well, he's not retiring. Good, he's 27. Somebody said he retired on one at Ford. I thought you idiot. He's 27.
Yeah.
But he got beat, didn't he? He got dropped 3 times by a better kid.
What if let's say this scenario happened? Let's say you were with Dennis still, and Isaac Lowe came to the office and said, "Look, you know, you had a meeting, and what would you do? What if Dennis says, what would you do with him? What would be your move?"
Well, first thing I'd do with Isaac Lowe, right? If I were working with Dennis and he were in Dennis's stable, and I was asked, "What do you think's best thing for him?" and I'd say, first thing he needs is a bath, right? And then a shave, right? And then a new image. He needs to have somebody take his phone off him and say, "You are not putting anything out again on social media until you've seen an English teacher and they've taught you how to fucking spell." That's the first thing. And I'd put all that into a package. Somebody running his social media for him looking smart and that, and pretty dapper, because he's got a style that excites me. He's got an exciting style. He hunts them, doesn't he? And he's not bothered if he takes one. He's an exciting fighter. He just needs moulding his rough around edges outside of the ring. But he's got an exciting style. And he could be like a mini Gatti, him. I'm telling you now.
Yeah.
But he needs to work on his image, I think, a little bit and sell himself a bit more. Because he's not like Tyson for talking and all that, is he? But I think he's I think he'd want to though. He just needs to change it up a little bit.
Do you think he could do?
Huey Fury doesn't so much, but he's got a bit of a more polished image than Isaac Lowe, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, could you think Isaac Lowe, you take him away from the Furies a little bit? He could do himself some good by doing that.
Well, every time Tyson changes his trainer, oh God, Isaac Lowe's with that trainer now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't think for himself. Should be making his own decisions. Just because you're from the same area as somebody, don't mean to hang about with them all the time and do what they do. Go your own way.
Yeah. Well, whenever he's like with Ben Davison, yeah, that's right. You know, Isaac
Davis hanging hard at back of the yard because he stayed with Tunde. Howard Davis went his own way, didn't he? He's his own man, Howard Davis. You've got to give him credit, respect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. What do you think of the Tommy Fury pullout? What do you reckon of that?
Tommy Fury pulling out of a fight with Jake Paul. John Fury pulling out of a fight with Mickey Theo after we all agreed. Tyson Fury and Joshua Seinfeld fight, and that hadn't happened. Well, one word I put for them three: messers. They're messing people about. Do you think Frank Warren's going to be sat down here in Hertfordshire in his big mansion happy about this? They don't get involved personally with people. You've just seen what's happened with Big John. He wasn't on BT at weekend as a pundit, was
he? No, he wasn't, was he? No.
Messed about with. There's things that go on behind the scenes that make your eyeballs pop out, Max. But you're not just going to go through all that and all this messing about. They are pulling out because he's not well or something. What a load of shite. Fucking
what would Tommy have got for that? Do you think? Wasn't it £1 million on the table or something?
1.5 if he won it. With that easy window, couldn't wait to get out there. What were they saying last week at that press? Oh, it's free money or something.
Yeah, something like that. And they turned around and said, like Tommy was turning around and says, "Oh, don't pull out, Jake. Do not dare pull out."
In that video, he's saying don't pull out. I don't know what's happened. Hey, is Tommy? Can you imagine headlines in America? Tommy Fury has pulled out of a fight. Who with? A YouTuber. It's hardly like, I don't know, Agler pulls out at a fight with Ray Leonard. It's hardly that, is it? It's Tommy Fury pulls out of a fight with a YouTuber. In other words, let's forget the names. A 7-0 boxer has just pulled out of a fight with a 4-0 boxer. Because that's basically it, isn't it? A 7-0 kid don't want to fight a 4-0 kid because he's not well. And look at the PR that it's got. And don't forget, Tommy Fury's just had all that PR to announce the fight. Then they had that press conference, haven't they? They've had all intense beef for months. And now he's pulled out with 10 days to go. Or less than a week till fight week. He's pulled out. I said to you over there, they're still not out there. Tyson were at an evening with Tyson, wasn't it, overnight? John Fury on stage. Yeah. They still weren't out there. So them Americans have been thinking, why are they not flying out to acclimatise? They were going to go out this Thursday. You won't go out this Thursday. You'd go out a lot before that. You need to acclimatise to difference, wouldn't you? They were never took serious, so maybe they didn't want to go out at all. I don't know, but like I just said there, they've had all that PR before the fight, during, announcing it after. And now he's pulling out and still getting PR for what? He's a 7-0 boxer who's not won a belt, not fought anybody with a winning record, against a 4-0 boxer. I don't get it. If you say, oh, you're jealous at Furies or you're a hater, I don't get it, mate. He's pulled out of a fight with a YouTuber. I class him as a YouTuber now for going in there with him and going as a pro fight. Because you'd say that Jake Paul's got a big favourite against Tommy, wouldn't you, with Tommy's recent performance, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would say so. And, yeah, the last fight. If you based it on the last
fight, have a fight with a YouTuber, that's it. But they'll milk the PR. All of them will be fighting to get to the PR table. Let's get some of that PR off that dinner table. with Tyson there, Tommy, and old man. Oh, listen, watch it unfold. Get your popcorn ready. What's going to be next move now? What's going to be next? Don't forget, we know who's at the helm of the ship, don't we? Hey, JFK's at the helm of the ship, isn't he? Is JFK's law or the highway?
Is it, look,
JFK's okay.
I mean, that family, when JFK's out of there, when he's taken away from them, they're all right family, all right bunch, you know. But when he's involved, he seems to like individually poison them, don't he? Seems like, I don't know.
Hey, listen,
weird,
don't get too personal. Let me just say this: JFK went at the yard fight at the weekend, wasn't he? And he didn't work last week in fight week with yard half a fight, did he? For beating sport, right? And then this morning they decide to say that the fight's off. It's a coincidence, isn't it? We see we're right as rain, wasn't it, at weekend? Couldn't wait. Oh, everything's all right. Going to America. And then this morning, boom, it's off. So Tommy's creating this even bigger name for his son, isn't he? But he hasn't had a fight, has he? He hasn't really beat anyone, has he?
What do you reckon the injury will be? They said medical conditions, but what do you reckon they make up?
Geniuses like Tommy and his dad and Tyson don't have medical conditions. Geniuses don't feel old. Geniuses don't feel the thinking.
Oh God. So do you reckon this is going to be, they're going to pull away from BT Sport as a collective?
Listen, I don't know. Listen, I'm a conspiracy theory guy anyway. I always read into stuff, don't I? But no, it surprises me. No, it surprises me in the sport of boxing. So it won't, listen, they're obviously not going to use Big John or the old JFK. They're not going to use JFK, are they, as a BT pundit again, because he did something else like that. The beer heads would roll, so he's gone, he's out at door now. If he's got a contract, they'll have to pay him up, won't they? Keep paying him whatever they were getting, but I think he's out at door. And I think it's possible that people could be whispering in other people's ears to fucking pull out fights. I mean, I'm looking forward to that fight, me, Max. I'm looking forward to it.
I would watch it. I would definitely watch it. I don't think Jake Paul's that bad. You know, people rinse him thinking, oh, he's a YouTuber. But if you actually look at him, yes, he hasn't taken on a boxer, but if you look at him actually, he actually has got skill. Okay, you can say a bit better than Central Area, maybe.
Listen, mate, do you know, if he were my neighbour and he were carrying on in his garden next to my garden, obviously I'd have to have a bigger house than this to be next door to him. But if he were my neighbour and some of the things I've seen him doing on internet, because he's a bit wacky, isn't it, in his garden, I would jump over that fence and I'd take a bat to him, mate. Or an horsewhip. I'd horsewhip him, mate, and cut his hair off. The guy's a complete weirdo.
Yeah, he's a bit weird.
He's a bit wacky, isn't he? But he's also a smart kid and he's trained hard, hasn't he? But it's probably nice to get to know him, but some of the things I've seen him do, this is before I started following his boxing stuff. I thought I couldn't have him as a neighbour. You'd wring his neck, wouldn't you? Or drown him. He's an oddball, isn't he?
But, do you know what? I will point this back to. Do you remember when, okay, we give criticism. This is me defending John here, actually, right? Oh. You know, obviously, what he said. But do you remember when Jake Paul called out Conor McGregor, what he said?
No, what did he say? No, Logan Paul or Jake Paul.
Yeah, it was Jake Paul. Jake Paul says, he said, how you doing, you Irish C-U-N-T? And he said, I bet you're sick of having sex with your girlfriend or something like that. She's a 4 Conor, you can do better than that. So, you know, defending JFK a little bit, but, you know, the thing is he's done it to other people. Okay, not on a conference side, but he's done a call-out video the same. So, you know, You know what I mean? Eye for an eye, really, in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. What do you think of the Chris Eubank and Liam Williams thing?
What, Liam Williams going to Adam Booth? Go to Adam Booth, the Dark Lord. He's the best. You know what? I kind of feel for Dominic Ingold here. And I'm not a big lover of Flex. Not my cup of tea. He won't get through my fucking front door. If he did, there'd be a cup of cold piss poured on him. But no, what? Fucking have him round here. You've been round here for a bite, haven't you? You know, some meat mash take you and that. Do you think I'd have him round here? Flex. It's a flex, get your send gone. But I feel for him with Liam Williams leaving him for Adam Booth, the Dark Lord.
Why? Why do you feel for him?
Listen, he put a lot of time into that kid, didn't he? And he never got to reap the rewards, did he? That's what it's all about. You know, trainers sometimes get a raw deal, mate. You know, because some fighters getting people's heroes and up their arseholes. That's how I look at it.
It's like Ben Davison with like Josh Taylor. It's like Ben Davison with Josh Taylor. Like Shane McGuigan did all the heavy lifting with him, right? But he went gone to Ben Davison sort of thing, wasn't it? So it's the same thing.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah, but you've got to look at it like this. There's a lot of trainers at the moment in the sport of boxing. They're putting themselves into these pundit jobs and they're moving in the right circles and they're hula hooping a lot of people. They might call it network, I call it hula hooping and losing the pride of what's right and what's morally fucking right. Too many trainers going around nowadays tapping up other trainers and palling them up. Well, they're not tapping them up, they're palling them up. They're more or less saying, look, there's an olive branch here. If you need someone to talk to or you're unhappy, give me a ring because I've got your back. Me and you's going to be okay. There's a lot of that fucking going on at the moment.
Yeah, it's too much.
There's a lot of that, and everybody knows who's doing it. You know what I mean? Everybody knows who ain't doing it. There's a lot of hula hooping going on. It's a business, mate. It's a business now. You get a good fighter pulling in a couple of million or $500,000. You get him out 2 or 3 times a year, and you're going to get your whack, aren't you? You're not bothered whose fucking feet you trample on.
It's ruthless, though.
Listen, this is how I look at it, right? Would you get anybody trying out like that with Yui? Yeah, Yui, if you ever need to talk to anybody, here's my number. They won't fucking do it with you. Would they do it with Lyndon Arthur? No, they won't. But that does go on in the game, and these people need flogging. They need taking outside and flogging. But John Fury style on the hard road. But so you're looking forward to your fight at weekend, Max? On Frank Bruno.
Absolutely.
Frank Bruno show at Sheffield.
Say again, sorry.
Frank Bruno's the big star that night there, isn't he?
Yeah, he was Saturday just gone by Smedley's Black Cat Promotions, yeah.
He don't know Frank.
I don't know the figure what he got paid, but I reckon he got.
I'm not going to repeat it on here, but he must have millions. But good luck to you, Max.
Here's one for you, mate. I saw something on Facebook, right? I'm not going to say who said it, but he said he was trying to say the Ingle Gym is the most decorated boxing gym in the country and world. I'm like, I said F off, right? And it said like they listed all the champions and that, but you're going back at like to Nazim, you see, and I was thinking, you know, Joe Gallagher's of recent times has got beats them. You know what I mean?
Joe, yeah, but if you're on about the gym or the trainer, they're on about Dominic, putting Dominic Ingles and the Ingle family's CV up against Joe Gallagher's. It's nowhere near.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
No, okay, yeah.
But if you're on about gyms, you have Joe's in Amir Khan's gym in Bolton now, but he was in one before Kerry Kayser's and that. So he's split gym. So I don't know if you could put all what Joe's won in cards, Jim, against Ingolstadt. I bet you probably could. I bet it is more in belts.
Yeah.
I bet it is. But Joe's body of work's better, but they've been at it longer, haven't they, Ingles?
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's just a legacy, isn't it?
He's done well for Kid Galahad, did well for Kell Brook, did well for Johnny Nelson. He was different beginning to end. That's the only thing I tip Johnny Nelson for, his loyalty. I don't give him many compliments, even though I've heard he's a top guy on a night out. But who else? Bomber Graham didn't win a world title. Ryan Rose didn't. They won British and European. Ryan was youngest British champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did all right. But I'd say Joe's had one more belts. I'd say Joe Gallagher's won more belts. I think he got 49-0 in 1 year, and then a year later or something, it went similar, 45-0 or something, or 50-1 or something. And then I went on massive long runs, didn't he? Undefeated. I think that probably got him his Ring Magazine trainer at years. Only one to get it, isn't he, Joe? From here, England.
Yeah, well, who else apart from Mark Tibbs and maybe Adam Booth? Who's there to pick from, really?
Go to Adam Booth. He's the best. He's the Dark Lord. What does Dark Lord mean? Is that fucking Star Wars? That Darth Vader bloke? Is he Dark Lord?
Yeah.
Was he the dark side, or what was it called? Or is Adam Booth the Dark Lord from the dark side? I don't know. It's all a bit confusing to me at the moment. But I will say this. Right, not many people last a week at Adam Booth. So Liam Williams has been down there over a week and nobody's made an announcement. As it worked out with the Darth Vader.
Do you think that's why he pulled out of that injury? Adam Booth wanted time.
Maybe Flex asked him if he'd drink a certain type of shake out at fridge, and maybe he didn't want to take that shake. maybe it was that. Maybe Flex wanted him to have a strawberry shake, and maybe Liam Williams wanted a chocolate shake. I don't know, mate. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what happens up there with the old shake, rattle, and roll. I don't know, mate. But I know they don't do any sparring. That's what I do know. They do body sparring. But I thought
they do no head sparring whatsoever.
No, but I thought Flex did well. I thought Dominic Ingle. I thought he did well for Billy Joe as well. I thought he did really well for Billy Joe. And let's be right, Billy Joe pushed them all to edge up there mentally. Yeah, probably mentally. Yeah, they were probably pushed to edge. Did you see that picture of Billy Joe in that pub with all his mates having a swell?
No, I didn't know.
He had a white jacket on, a white top, and he looked like a snowman. He's massive.
Yeah, he's got. Yeah, I've seen something else. He's put on a bit of weight, isn't he?
Put on a bit of weight.
Yeah.
Literally, man. He had this big fleecy coat thing on. He looked like a snow. I don't tell you. I've never seen no like it. Big old Grizzly Adams beard on it. Big old Grizzly Adams beard and this white fleece thing. The only thing missing were a bear in woods. He looked like Grizzly Adams.
Grizzly Adams.
He looked like Grizzly
Harry Henderson.
Adams. What?
Harry Henderson.
Harry who?
Harry Henderson.
Yeah. Is that his name? Grizzly Adams, is that his proper name?
Yeah, I
think
so.
Lumberjack thing on a big beard and all that, big white fleece. Billy Joe looked like him, Grizzly Adams. Or a well, he was saying it on news site things, or is it Daily Mail or whatever? So Billy Joe's on websites. Billy Joe's supposed to fucking stab somebody and pull the gun out and have a fight or something. But
I heard something like I didn't know how true it was.
I don't know if it's true allegedly, but let's hope that Billy Joe don't end up on Skid Row. Do you know what I mean?
The thing is, I don't get why would if it is true, why would he go and do that? Because he's got millions of pounds. Yeah, he's invested it. So what? I don't get it. personally.
I
You
don't
know, doesn't make sense, does it?
know.
Hey, it's them sort of lads for you, I guess. You know, the circles he's in. It's the circles he's in, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Hey.
We only wish him well, don't we, Max?
Well, you know what? I'd like to see him come back and fight Eubank. Maybe give one last try and lose that.
Fight him at heavyweight.
Yeah.
Eubank's about 12 and a half stone. He won't be able to get near him at his size now, will he, Billy? Billy's Joe Saunders. If you're watching, I've got some shirts, right? About 160 a shirt, tailor made from Churchill's in Doncaster, right? They're massive on me, right? If you want them, Bill, they're yours if you make a comeback. What?
Yeah.
Egyptian shirts, silk shirts. You're not gonna Egyptian cotton. You're not gonna let them go to waste, are you? When you can give to Billy Joe, a fine, outstanding man like Billy Joe is pillar of community, isn't he? Ambassador for boxing, Billy Joe, isn't
he? Yeah, he does all these decent videos, all his charity stuff. He's very, very lovely man.
Yeah. Max, do you know if you get beat this weekend, what are you going to do with this white collar? You're going to turn it in? Because every time I see you, mate, you've got a fucking black eye. And I've seen a couple of incidents for you fighting on YouTube tonight. One of them, you had a cage fight, didn't you, with some guy?
Yeah.
I won't take it piss out you. But at the end of this fight, you jumped on the floor and you went like that.
Do you know what? That seriously, that is the hardest.
That's what we're all on about, mate. Yeah, but you asked for out, mate.
What it was?
Somebody sent me. So I'll tell you what happened. Somebody kept chipping away at me and chipping away in emails.
Yeah.
I said to him, "Here, text me, ring me phone or text me." Anyway, text me. Anyway, I told him to fuck off. And then we had a chat. He said his bit, I said mine. So I said, leave Max alone. It's the taking part that counts. He's doing his best. And he said, you can't fight. That's what you're on about. And he told me this story. I've not seen it. He sent me a fucking video. Max, you've jumped off the fucking floor. You've covered your head. I couldn't believe it when I seen it, mate.
Mate, that was it 4 years ago?
You were a roadman, mate, in my fucking, where I play snooker. You went all roadman. And after you're not a roadman.
Do you know what that was, right? That fight, I took out, I think, 4 days' notice, right? And because I had one previously to that, did okay in it, right? On that, then I went into this one thinking, oh, it's a ranking match. Fuck it, I'm going to take it. Thinking it was a bee's knees. Brushed me aside like it was fuck all. And I just thought, I'll just rely on this. And seriously, he hit me.
What hard.
I tell you what, he ain't lost. That kid still hasn't lost. Michael Murdoch, he's fucking awesome. You know, so
Max when he got a grip of you.
mate, seriously, I've never been hit.
Because he looks like a big old muncher to me, mate.
Wow, he's beaten some highly ranked lads. He's good.
Yeah.
Seriously. He's had about 5 or 6 since me. He's not. Yeah, and I think he's on. I think they were on about. It was coming against Silent.
I don't know like that, but it was just that video with somebody saying Max. I couldn't get out of my ass. I said that can't be fucking my Max, my mate. Fucking hell, it is.
You know what? I gave the cage a go. I gave it a go and cage him for me. I've done it twice now.
You've never been near a cage since, Max. Not even a budgie cage.
Fuck.
Max, you turn this fucking boxing and you're going to show me up at that gym. You're not going pro, Max. Tell me you're not going to go pro.
Fuck's sake. Was it Rinse Max Day? What?
Are you going pro?
Look, I'm not being funny, right? Listen to me. right?
You've a problem
Perry out.
If you fight Perry out, you fucking lose, man. Show me up. I swear to God, I'm not gonna have fucking Dennis fucking going like that to me. Opposite.
No, if Perry out can be professional,
you better fucking win or never darken my door again.
Yeah, well, mate, you ain't got a chin that bad.
Perry out, mate. You want fucking, don't you? Weird buildo or something.
Yeah, just turn it in. That's what I agree with.
You can't beat Perry out, mate. Dave Allen's putting a kid in with Perry out, right? Dennis' show on 17th. Who's making his fucking debut? He's putting him in with Perry out already. Perry Howe's been around block, right? Dave's putting a kid in on his debut. Dave Allen's putting, yeah, all right, I'll take that fight, Dennis. That tells you level Perry Howe's at. Perry, I'm not going to fucking be one of them saying you fucking bee's knees. You're not a fighting man, Perry. Perry Howe's not a fighting man, Max. But if you can't beat him, fucking come to my house, mate. I'm fucking telling all them fuckers get one up on me. I'm telling you now.
You would never hear the end of it. Can you imagine? Never hear the end of it off Dennis.
I'll fucking take your Volvo off you, mate, and fucking crush it into a tin can in Dennis's crusher. I'll take it into that's the Dennis, crush this cunt up and you can keep it. If you lose against Perry, you're fucking out, gee. Because you imagine, you can't even walk around and say it's a badge of honour if Perry Howe gives you a black eye, Max. You can't, mate.
Well, mate, he's coming to watch Saturday.
You want to be my pal? You're all my pals have introduced
He's coming to watch Saturday, isn't he?
Hey?
He's coming to watch Saturday.
He's what?
He's coming to watch me Saturday.
Perry Howe. Fucking hell. Yeah. Perry Howe. Well, what you do when you knock this guy out, you lean over ropes and you say, how? Next. That's what you say, Max, and hype it up and get it going and get yourself some ticket sales. That's what you do. You're next, Perry Howe. Hey, I'm going to knock you out. That's what you tell him, don't you?
Just turn up.
Turn up. Don't do a John Fury on me and not turn up. Turn up. I'll tear you apart. That's what you do, mate. So, well, you fight this Saturday against who?
Oliver Basile.
Oliver Basile, Max. Right. Well, good luck. Don't be losing. Coming around here going, oh, look, I've got a black eye. I lost again. I want to see you fucking grinning like a cat, Max. Now that you've been with Chris, he's showed you a few technical moves, so you're better, aren't you? I know you're even better because he's told me, but it's an hard game, isn't it? And I respect you for doing it, mate. Good luck to you. But you are carrying too much timber. Do you know what I mean? What you need, Max, is a padlock on fridge. What? Padlock on fridge, mate. Every time you walk by your fridge, you raid it, don't you, Max? You do raid it, don't you?
I like my food. I don't like my drink. I don't drink.
No, you don't drink, Max, but come on. You like to rate fridge, don't you?
Now and again.
You put blur pack on both slices of bread, Max. Shouldn't
Blur pack.
you can't just have a slice of cheese on it. You've got to have cheese, ham, and all the rest of it. Half a bottle of salad cream. It all adds up, mate.
It all adds up, yeah.
I used to be fat as a pig, Michelin man. Or Michelin man's dad. It all adds up.
Whatever.
A can of Guinness a day and 2 shakes and I'm done. You know what, mate?
Whatever you lost, Billy Joe's found.
I swear to God, Billy Joe on that photo looks 17 clem all day. He looks bigger than when he was 16 and a half. I saw him on Twitter when he said, look, he was 225 pounds, something like that. What's that? 16 plus. And he got down to 11.6. He did it. I remember him running in Marbella, saying he was 16 stone or just over. So he did well. But I bet he looks bigger than that now. He looks like Frosty the Snowman in that white fleece. Billy, I've seen you in better than that, Bill. Throw it in bin, mate. Throw it in bin. Put it on your Twitter, Bill. Highest bidder for charity, mate. But don't wear that again, Bill. You didn't pull that off, the snowman look. But I think that's about it. What did you think to Devonaney at weekend, Max?
I like Devin Haney. I don't like him. I think he's got this stylish way. I hate when Eddie Hearn keeps comparing him to Floyd Mayweather. Keeps saying, dropping in Mayweather every opportunity with Devin Haney. Oh, it's Mayweather. It's like Mayweather. It's like Mayweather. Oh, fuck off, Eddie. What's wrong with you?
Okie dokie then. Well, Max, let's just finish off on this. Has Tommy Fury bottled it with Jake Paul?
Yeah.
Did John Fury bottle it with Mickey Theo?
Yeah.
Did Tyson bottle it with Joshua?
It's a bit different.
I don't think he did. I think Tyson's the real deal. I think Tommy and his old man, I think they're the imposters. You?
Different breed, isn't he?
Yeah, well, at least we've put that to bed, haven't we? Oh, you're all right, Big John Fury. Pick up the phone. Let's have you on a Zoom. Me and you on a Zoom, John. It'll do good numbers. We could right a few wrongs, couldn't we, eh? Pop, pop, bang. End off, bum. Could say that. We could have crack. I could talk to him and he could think he was talking to himself. Hey, hey, with 1 hour running in the morning before a hot stew on the fire. Fresh vegetables.
The leper one gets me.
We're number 3 in UK, number 5 in Europe, number 30 in the world. Pop, pop, bang. 200 kilos. The 40-kilo bench reps, 8 reps. That's before I had a £100,000 bare knuckler with 1992 Irish champion. Pop, pop, bang. It's in some newspaper. Fucking hellfire. You can need help, don't I? If you can need a bit of help, you fucking need something, don't I?
Christ.
Not very often that I join the Monday Club.
Wow.
You know, I hate.
You're certainly not in the Sunday Sermon Club.
Hey, listen, let me tell you this, Max. I got Kent video out today, and I got that one with the British Boxing Board control. He's still registered now. Whether they give him his license after today, I don't know, but it was a bit of a coup for me to get him on. That'll be out tomorrow. That'll turn a few heads. So what? You know what I mean? Because I think I'm getting to like that stage now, mate. You know, I've had enough of this fucking shit. We're going around in circles, aren't we? You know what I mean? There's other things you can film, isn't there, and talk about. You know, and have a bit of a giggle over it and turn it into a bit of an hobby. Other things on this, because we're going around in circles. What fights are lined up at the moment, Max, that you'll feel excited about? Any? I think Callum Johnson and Joe Smith for me. But I don't see any others.
Do you know what? It will pay me to say this. Brook and Khan, you know, because of the grudge match. They genuinely hate each other. Brook and Khan, just a tiny bit. Like, it gives me, it's something like I would watch it. You know,
I'll watch Brook and Khan. Do you know why? Because I've invested that much of my life into wanting it to happen. It's happening. I'm just disappointed it went about 5-6 years ago. Or even 4 years ago, that a bit cut-off point, 4 years. But now I'm disappointed, but I still want to see him go at it. Do you know what I mean? Because I was a massive Kell Brook fan. I always said that Kell Brook would probably win world titles at 3 weights. I thought he was that good. And there's the matchmaking after he beat Porter. Fucking hell, yeah, they earned money in that, but legacy-wise, I think glasses always are full. Same as with Billy Joe. You always feel a little cheated, don't you? Test the sons earlier in the career. Because everybody behind the fighter now wants them to earn, don't they? Because they all want to eat, don't they? I think that takes it away from what the job is. You know, they say they want to fight certain people, but these fights don't happen, do they? Now look at Amir and Kell. One of them didn't want to fight, and we don't know. We're never going to get to the bottom of it. But obviously,
who do you reckon it was? Who didn't want to fight?
I think maybe Amir Khan thought that he wanted biggest money because he was biggest star, and I can understand that. Maybe Kell should have accepted his terms just to get the fight instead of saying, no, I'm worth this, and forgetting what Amir were getting. Because I saw what were on paper for Kell Brook, Amir Khan, when Asif Valley got involved with Dennis and Eddie Hearn and what were offers made. And I think it was 4.1 for Khan, 2.8 for Brook. They won't have that. Why? Forget what Amir Khan's getting. Forget that. Settle on yours. Do you know what I mean? And they could, Dennis could have had that on. You know, he put all sorts of effort into that. Dennis, they went to get a platform. They had all that tied up. They went to Los Angeles, and then Los Angeles, Vegas. Went to Vegas, and then Dennis flew back. He went straight to Tenerife, I think, from there. And they were that close to doing it. It's true that. I'll tell you when it was, when Joshua opened his gym in London. Anthony Joshua, Eddie were there, and Dennis had to go down with Asif, and I thought, that'll be good. Because Dennis said, I'd do with your money at IBF convention. But they just shove it aside, don't they, businessmen, don't they? They shove shit like that aside to get it on. But Eddie Hearn was struggling to put that fight on then, and do you know what? Dennis and Asif Adley nearly pulled it off. But were Kell Brook more or less saying, well, I'm worth more than that? Why? I'm here with biggest star. So if that were the offer then, they can't be getting that now, I don't think. I think they'll have took less.
Who's got the better record?
Amir Khan's got 11 wins over world champions. 11, what has Kell got? 4 or 5? 4, is it? So Amir Khan's got the best record, hasn't he? He's got best record. Two-weight world champion. Benny Barrera. Maidana done him. Amir Khan's got a record, mate, hasn't he? So, but kicked on from that Porter fight. Badly managed. I'm not saying he was badly trained because he can fight. Badly advised. I'm not going to say managed. I just think badly advised. Took wrong advice. If you're going for legacy, but if you're going for money, you probably didn't rate advice. Went in with Golovkin. Knew we were going to get beat because that's why they had towel in their hands, didn't they? But he got his insurance policy. That's typical accountant thing, that. Why should you have a plan B if you're going to go all out? There shouldn't be a plan B. If you're going to do something in life, forget your plan Bs, go all out. Picks it up. You might know that, oh, well, I'll fall back on this. Mindset's already fucking beat, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right.
Well, I put into this thousands of pounds, put more than Kevin, haven't I? He's nearly caught me up though, but I put the dough into starting the effort. Do you know what I mean? You've got to go.
Well, you're not short of effort on this channel.
I don't have a plan B. I don't have a plan B. You pick your son up, don't you, then?
Yeah.
But
I've seen you hours before you're up. Fucking hell, you were like 16 hours. That's it.
More. And the other stuff as well. Phone going all day. It's a disaster, isn't it? My life. But if you look at Kell Brooks, his is a disaster. Why would you put a welterweight in with a killer middleweight, the most killer middleweight of all time in 100 and odd year of the middleweight division? Why would you put a welterweight who went life and deathly in with Dickie Bow? Remember with Bald Head, we fought twice with Dickie Bow. He went life and death with him. But yeah, we're going to put you in with Golovkin. What the fucking hell planet are these people on? Well, Kell's really a middle or a super middle, but he fights at welter. So if that's what his weight is, why are you draining him to welter?
But this comes down to the weight. He kills it.
I don't need about
kills himself.
Weight. I don't need about weight. The most important thing when you're a professional boxer, right? What weight do you fight at? Let's get you fighting at a healthy weight. Go read the fucking rule book. You fight at an healthy weight, right? Oh, well, he's not really a welter. So that means he's not healthy. So you're putting him at risk straight away. What if he ends up with a big puncher? So eventually, he goes in with somebody who's a big puncher, doesn't he? And he's been a welterweight all that time. They put a bit of weight on for him. But he's not solid at that weight, is he? If he's been fighting at welter, what happens? Bosh.
Yeah.
Smashed it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. We'll put metal plate in it. It's stronger than ever. It's better than ever. All the goes and fights Errol Spence. He does the other one, bosh. So he's not a welter. Maybe he might be a super middle, but he's fighting at 149 now. What if he gets peppered? What if something happens and his eye ends up like them? You know, Princess Diana's fucking bodyguard who were in Cannes, the one who lived. He's got one eye in Edlington and one in Cunningsborough. Like that, isn't he? One eye up and one at bottom. Well, his rating, I just watched it last night, all about that. Diana conspiracy. He's going to end up looking like him, isn't he? Well, he could do, couldn't he? So why would you risk that? He should be wrapped up home, fat as a pig, 15 stone, a sports fan at home. Getting renting off his houses and living the life, growing his family, being happy, shouldn't he?
Yeah, you're right.
Put his face at risk again, like he did against Crawford. So who's advising him? Who's advising the kid? He's a multi-millionaire, Kell Brook. So who's talking to him in here? I don't want to hear all that. I want to be a fighter.
It all comes down to that money.
God, he's not fighting Amir Khan for a belt, is he? Why is he fighting him? It's because there's no left in tank and they just want to take that last bit out. And the fighter's the last person to know that he's got no left to give. He might be able to give it with his fists, but his armour is gone, isn't it?
Yeah.
But nobody's listening, are they? It's a disaster waiting to happen. Just like David Allen coming back. That's a disaster waiting to happen. Because he took punishment, hasn't he? Because he badly advised. Or advised his son and took wrong advice. Probably down to him. It's probably his fault he's in that situation. But he could have been a bit better, couldn't he? Kell Brook, David Allen maybe could have squeaked a British title without matchmaking. Kell Brook could have maybe been a pound for pound top fiver. I mean, that's the difference. He ended up winning a world title and that, but he could have been, top like Crawford now. Or Errol Spence now, couldn't he? But bad living and bad advice, badly matched. Dave Allen could have been a British champion. Might not now. I mean, 30.
Especially if he gets fucked up against Babbage.
They're not going to put him near Babbage. He can get took apart. Not fit enough. That's boat sailed now. Once you're out of the game that long and not fighting and inactive, it'd be for money, wouldn't it? And I hope he smashes that Babbage. I don't like him. I think he's a little dick. He's a dick. Do you know what I mean? If he come in my local pub, I'd say to the landlord, don't serve him. You know what I mean? Don't serve him. Or there'll be hell on if he did. That's not welcoming. He'll get gone. About turn. Do you know Bruce Woodcock? When he had Tumbler, Bruce Woodcock, he was a British heavyweight, you know that, don't you? From Doncaster.
Yeah.
When he had Tumbler in 60s and 70s, anybody who went in there who were banned or was caused bollocks, village idiots. So he just used to lean over at bar, Bruce Woodcock, and go, about turned.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was going to check him on. Ex-heavyweight boxer from 1940s. He's got a win over a world champion, a guy who won a world champion, but they want a belt online. Go check it on Boxrec, Bruce Woodcock. Tyson Fury told me a funny story about Bruce Woodcock. This is a true story. This is in Peters, Jim. Right. Tyson says to me, we're not talking about Bruce Woodcock. And he said, oh, Bruce Woodcock's from where you're from. And I went, yeah. He goes, this is in 50s, this after they'd stopped boxing. They were going over at North Bridge. Where Donkey Trash prison is. Bruce Woodcock and his mates were pushing this old car, a great old car in 50s over at Bridge because they broke down. And I said, oh, and I thought, what's he telling me that? I said, oh, yeah. And he said, yeah, they were dressed as women with heels on, wigs and all, women frocks and that. They were going to a fancy dress or something.
Yeah.
Bruce Woodcock and a few people. It's a true story, that. It's a true story, yeah. I thought that was quite funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's Tyson's in the story, isn't he? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought that was quite funny, actually. But Bruce Woodcock, only 13 stone 8, but he could fight like fuck.
They're lighter back then, though, weren't they?
Yeah, they were lighter. You didn't get many above, I don't know, Joe Lewis. What were he, about 14-2 or something? Joe Lewis?
Yeah, Joe Lewis is big old. He was quite big for that.
He struggled to make cruiserweight now, Joe Lewis. And maybe Bruce Woodcock maybe could have made light heavy. Then.
See, it's weird how it's all like moved on now, isn't it? How like the weights have gone up. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
My granddad's mate, him, he worked that pit with my granddad. Yeah, but it's a true story, that, mate. Yeah. About imagine a landlord doing that now. Get your head down, yo. What are you doing, yo? We'll have you out next week. You'll be boarded up. You'll be gone. But when Bruce used to go in there, when he were a fighter, because he only lived over the road, you see. His family was from over the road. When he'd go in there on a Sunday dinner time, they'd all stand up and clap. It's a true story. I know people take piss at me for saying that story, but that's the importance of the British title. Do you know what I mean, Max?
Yeah.
So many people disrespect that British title. The British title, it's the best belt in the world, mate. Think one of them belts. You ever held
A lot of people oversee it, don't they?
Fucking hell, mate. And don't forget, boxing's from this country. We invented it. These Yanks didn't invent it. What have they ever invented? A fucking hot dog and baseball. Yeah. Well, we invented boxing, Maxi boy. I'm telling you.
American football.
Oh, killing that, mate. Worst injury I've ever had. But right then, Max. So good luck with your fight on Saturday. I hope you do okay. I hope you win. If you don't win, you had a go, so don't take it to heart. But you know, don't fucking.
No, it's no fucking winning only. That's all that's happening.
Well, I hope that when you're struggling for breath and all that in the middle of the fight, Max, I know you will be looking at timber on you. Make sure you bite down on your gum shield, kid. Breathe through your nose. And that'll get you through. You know what I mean? But all I can say to you, Max, from experiences and from having been in situations where you shoot your pants, just laugh and try and relax. Make a joke of it, because I know you're shitting your pants, aren't you now? You're worried, Max, aren't you? No, Max, I know you, mate. When we went to mix that day, and I said, look, fucking John Fury, mate, here today, you were white as a ghost. You were like, oh, I thought they bought it. I went, no, they'll be coming, mate. It's on top. Max, you were squeaking all the way down from Nottingham by Rugby to fucking Watford. You squeak. I could hear you. Like that, Max.
We both know that's a pork pie.
Like, oh God, Mick, are they really coming? Mick went, yeah, fucking sure right they are. We're ready. Max,
pork pie.
Mate. And 2 hours after agreed meet, you were like, fuck you, thank fuck for that. Let's get in restaurant.
Did I or did I not turn up?
Yeah, but Max, you were like, go on. I'm only pulling your leg, man. You know what happened, Max. You know you squeaked up. You all squeaked up. The Squeakinator. Let's change your name, Max, to the Squeakinator.
The Squeakinator.
Squeaky pants. Squeaky do. You are.
Squeaky pants.
Squeaky pants. You said it, Max. Anyway, speak to you tomorrow, Max. Pop, pop, bang. End of bump.